Then we just plug it in for the rest of the parts. I think this is the most satisfying piece of this assembly. So no clicking sound. Starting to take shape. Now for the leg assembly. So no wonder they make this one as a die cast. So it gives you a tight fit. Also better in the long run. And we have to do the same on the other side. And voila. Looking really nice. So let's try a closer look of this one. So I really like that gold chain. So just like I told you on my previous video, so it's kind of shame to cover the inner frame with the parts, so it's very detailed. And probably I'll display this like this as is. So we'll see about that. So now let's try to explore the beauty of this perfect grade and its movements. So normally the head go like this. So this bends right here can move. And this also. So you can also see Camille when you flip this red thingy there. So the light will pass through here and you will see the pilot. Motions on the shoulder. Pistons. Very nice. The waist gives you a side to side, but not that much. This is the back of the kit. So let's try the rest of the lower body screams awesomeness. So as you can see here, very detailed. Pistons. You can see also a gold chain there. So this one has a gimmick on the side when you pull this. So this one will extend. Then when you put the armor flaps here, so even more. I really like this one. And even the pistons on the feet. Also on the legs. Hello YouTube! Welcome back sa Pinoy channel ng mga GUNPLA builders. It's me, Metal Spy Potpot, and today we're taking a look at the inner frame of the perfect grade Gundam Mark II. So be sure to tune in next week for a series of review for this kit. So before that, thank you for my new subscribers for supporting this channel. So without further ado, systems all green, let's go! This perfect grade assembly will require you a couple of tools. So first one will be the screwdriver of this size. for the smaller screws. So I think you have 3 or 4 sizes, and also a tweezer. So there are some tight spots that you have to use this and put the screw here and put that one on a hole. And also this is optional. If you want to do the light up gimmick, you'd be needing 2 LR43 batteries, but normally I don't use this. So the shoulder part has a screw here. Then instead of a PC part, on the perfect grade it's a S. So this is a polycap. And this one will move. This one will stay in place. The next part is also very detailed, as you can see here. So again, the S part, the polycap. So you need a screw here on the side and another chrome part when you bend it. Then all you have to do is plug it in. So the S part on this location, then another screw here on the side, S part again, and this one will move when you put the armor plates. And this one is very interesting assembly, because normally you just plug it in, but this one you have to slide it here and it will lock in place. The hand assembly is very interesting, as you can see on the unboxing. So these fingers are in one part, so for sure you will see white num marks when you're cutting it. So I just use my Gundam black marker to cover that one and put a sticker here because it's so white, and simple panel lining. Really feels like a perfect grade. And to complete the arm and hand assembly, so we'll just plug it in here. So this is basically our arm assembly. Let's try bending it. Oh, this one looks good. Can go 180 more or less. Moving on to the head assembly. So this is what it looks like when you do the wiring. So clear part here, the light, and the wire goes here. And on the other side of the head, 2 polycaps. Then you're gonna put this red piece here, like so, and you're going to close this together. The head will look like this. You put them together, and this piece right here we go on the side. So this one is basically for the opening hatch on the side of the head. You can tuck it in. Then you're gonna use this part as the back, and you see these 2 slots here. You're gonna line them up per wire, so you have to separate this, then put this on front to close them up. So the wiring on the head is not that complicated. It's actually easy, and to complete that, you have to put this eyepiece here on this slot. So the light will pass through here because this one is a clear, and probably here on the overhead camera. And as you can see on my left, so this one is already prepared. So all you have to do is put that armor plates here. So moving on to the body. So this part right here will have that polycap one here and a plastic part here. This assembly for the arms, you need a screw here, so this one can move. So these 2 holes right here should be on the bottom, and all we have to do is plug it in. So make sure your screw is really on, so it doesn't hit the plastic part right here. Then we'll do on the other side, like like so. And this part will cover this like this, and you have to put 2 screws here. The next thing is to put this part right here. There's a hole there, and it will be a tight fit because this one is not a poly cap. Then after that, I'm going to put this piece here and attach this on the other side. So this is what it looks like. So nice. And the next thing is put this yellow piece and line them up. And this, see the 2 holes there. So these 2 will go there, and at the bottom you have to put a screw for a more good fit. So lining up the bends is probably the most trickiest one on this build, because this yellow piece is individual. So all you have to do is slide them here. You will see this effect. Then you have these 2 pieces, and you put this on the side, and you lock them in place. When you got it right, so this one will move. Then this piece, I just use a silver metallic Sharpie. We'll put this one on the top of the bends, but before that, the red piece will plug here like so. It's a bit tricky to line them up, and once you got it there, this part is not moving at all. So nice. The body is starting to take shape. So we're now on the cockpit assembly. So you have this chrome part right here. So 2 pieces of them. You're gonna put the light here. The wiring will be extended like this. Red piece here. You can see the 1 to 68 can be done. Close this up. Yeah, the red piece. So you're just gonna line them up. Close it. So this should be the end result after you line them up good. So you always have this problem of let's say a gap, maybe because of the poly caps. Then you're gonna put this black piece right here on the center like so. So we're now going to connect the wiring from the head and from the cockpit itself. So the first thing you want to do is do the head. So you have a hole here, so you plug this piece right here, and this 2 wire will go on this slot like so, if I can fit it in. Yeah, and it should be here on this. You have this peg right here, and there's a hole in the center. This 2 wire here will go on these 2 separate holes, and you're gonna pull that wire here, and it's going to be here on this spot also. So I do suggest to use a tweezer so you can get this wire in its proper place. So it should be hanging in here on this spot. Then everything, so the pistons will go here, here, and for the hole. Looks like a complicated thing to do, but let's try. There's a 2 holes here for this wire from the cockpit. So you actually have to use the center hole here and put the wires. And it's going to be a top, not really top adjustment between the holes. So when you close it up, you might hear a clicking sound when you close it, but this is what it should looks like. Cover partially at the back, and it will line up here. These 2 wires here will go on this hole, and this will have an assembly later. I will show you. We're going to put on the wire, then we're going to screw it here. So this is what the wiring looks like at the back. Hopefully I got it right. Then you have this piece here to cover, and another piece here will go like this. And to finish the abdomen area, so we have gray plastic here. So this one has 4 individual chrome pieces with very little plastic parts, as you can see there. So all you have to do is plug this ball joint here while lining them up with this. All you have to do is get a big push, and there you go. Nice. So the waist section is probably the easiest part to build. So the one in the center is die cast metal. So you need 3 polycaps, so 2 from this top and 1 here, and we can just plug the waist like so. So this one is a tight fit, which is nice, and the rest of the armor plates, it's a matter of plugging them in this ball joint, and each one of them has a gray plastic underneath. This one as well, and the center to hold it. So the feet and the legs is always for me the most interesting part to build because it's long, and this one has probably the most parts of them all. So as you can see here, very detailed indeed. So you have chrome pistons here, 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 and here, and stripe bending in. So nice. You do have to put the 2 gold chains at the back. This one has a movement as well. So it feels like it's a shame to cover this with the white armor plates, because I think it's much better to expose the inner details of this, and you have this as part of the legs. This is the first time I've seen a chrome part for this part. This one we'll just plug it on the waist, and some other parts for the legs, so you will see on the construction later. So this part right here is part of the legs. Again, it has a screw and some chrome piston action when you bend it. So another polycap, so we'll just plug this one in. It's a tight fit actually, which is nice in the long run. And for the next part, so this one has that 2 gold metal chain. So just like the arms, this one has that sliding assembly, as you can see here. So we'll just line them up. And we're gonna close it, this one with the polycap here. Then another leg assembly like this. So we'll have to go on this hole and the other side there, and you have to close it or lock it in using this part with the screw. So our leg assembly whip should look like this. Nice. Let's try a bend. Oh, beautiful. And you have these parts that will go one here and one here. So the one on the center is already a precast part, so all you have to do is cut them. Same with this one. This one will give you that open hatch look. So this is what it looks like when it's done. So you can see this action gimmick here. So you can pull this one and reveal some of the inner details. You can put it back. And the next part is we have to attach this one at the bottom. So again, same technology, you just slide it in. And this part is kind of cool. So you can see the gear here, and this one has a spring-loaded action. So nice. So it gives you a more realistic look of the kit. So let's try to slide it in. Yeah, should be good. And We're gonna line them up here, including the piston, so we can have our legs assembled. So moving on, this is our final leg assembly, at least for the inner frame. As you can see here, when this gold chain, you have to plug them up on this two hole. And to finish the leg assembly, so you need to put this gray part here and lock them up both sides. Kind of covers this gear, but it is what it is. Then we just plug it in for the rest of the parts. I think this is the most satisfying phase of this assembly. So no clicking sound. Starting to take shape. Now for the leg assembly. So no wonder they make this one as a die cast. So it gives you a tight fit. Also better in the long run. And we have to do the same on the other side. And voila. Looking really nice. So let's try a closer look of this one. So I really like that gold chain. So just like I told you on my previous video, so it's kind of shame to cover the inner frame with the parts, so it's very detailed. And probably I'll display this like this as is, so we'll see about that. So now let's try to explore the beauty of this perfect grade and its movements. So normally the head go like this. So this bends right here can move. And this also. So you can also see Camille when you flip this red thingy there. So the light will pass through here and you will see the pilot. Motions on the shoulder. Pistons. Very nice. The waist gives you a side to side, but not that much. This is the back of the kit. So let's try the rest of the upper body. The rest of the lower body screams awesomeness. So as you can see here, very detailed. Pistons. You can see also a gold chain there. So this one has a gimmick on the side when you pull this. So this one will extend. Then when you put the armor flaps here, so even more. I really like this one. And even the pistons on the feet. Also on the legs. So the backpack assembly will give that power for the lighting gimmick for the perfect grade Gundam Mark II. So again, we're using two LR43 batteries. and this is where the battery goes. So based on the layout, it should be like this. We're gonna put 2 batteries there, and this one as well, and we're just going to use this screw to close them. So the battery assembly will go on this. As you can see, there's 3 holes, so line them up there. Then this part right here will go on top, but make sure you put this here on this hole. So once you have this, the thruster will go on the side. Same for the other one. So this is a 3-piece, so 1 polycap, 1 plastic, and this red part here. So the beam saber holder just go on the ball joint, so no clicking sounds. Like so. Then you're gonna line them up. So these 3 holes here will go with these 3 pegs. So line them up and cover with this. So the assembly goes pretty well, so no hiccup or something unusual. So you may want to put this gold chain here by tilting this. Put it inside, then bring it back. Then you have this piece right here. Insert it. Then you're going to close everything with this piece here, and we're going to do it on the other side. So this will be your switch. So on the left side it's off, right side on, and you have this little plastic to cover it.